to fuck with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I bang and let your fucking brains hang. Snitches, fuck all of them bitches with riches who carry 22s up in they hosiery.
Welcome to the Ted and Paul Show.
Yeah, baby.
We are here, week 5.
Yes, baby. Yes, sir.
Before we get into week 5, let's jump back and hold ourselves accountable once again. We're not happy about this one, but we're holding ourselves accountable. So in week 4, I went 1-2. My man Paul went 2-3. So overall, that brings myself to 8-8, sitting right at 500. But my man Paul's still looking pretty at 10 wins, 7 losses. So let's take a look at some of these notable games that we have for week 5. Another good slate, and I'm not just saying it.
What do we got?
Los Angeles Rams against Seattle. That's a Thursday night football game, which actually a really good matchup. Typically, those Thursday night football games are trash, right? Cleveland travels to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. That's a real good game. San Fran travels to Arizona, and then Buffalo, Kansas City. So those are the notable games that we're looking forward to this weekend. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off, my man Paul. What are you looking at for your first game?
What do we got? What do you want? What do you want?
What you need? What you want?
See, I am going to start with probably an ugly game. And what I'm going to do is something out of character for myself. I'm going to take an under. It's under 39.5. I am going to Pittsburgh, and I am touching the Broncos and the Steelers total. This is going to go, in my prediction, under, not way under, but I'm going to say under. The Steelers are looking abysmal on offense, just abysmal on offense. The Broncos have a very good defense. The Ravens gave us a little bit of a path to victory and had to beat that Broncos defense and stop their offense. But the Steelers are a far cry from the Ravens. I think that goes without saying. We don't know if we're getting Teddy Bridgewater this week. That is still a question mark. That being said, I think punch for punch, we're looking 2017 tops. I mean, tops. Yeah. I'm going under 39.5.
All right, cool. Let's stay on that game. Right?
All right.
Pittsburgh. I was on you guys last week. As a Baltimore fan, I was on the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And a lot of these games come down to a one missed play, which it was. Juju almost had that touchdown. Anyways, Pittsburgh is 1-3. The rest of the division is 3-1. They cannot afford to go 1-4 with 3 teams sitting at 3-1 ahead of them. There's just no way they can afford it. And then to your point, we don't know if Teddy or Drew's playing. If Drew's playing, Denver's in some trouble because I think Pittsburgh's really going to get at it. They'll have not a completely different, but they'll have a little bit of defensive strategy versus Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm taking Pittsburgh at home to cover them 1.
All right. Then I am going to go to a home favorite as well. And I'm going to look at the Cardinals versus the 49ers. I'm going to take the Cardinals, giving that 5.5 at home. Now it's a big number. I don't want to scare you, but I just, San Francisco hasn't shown that they can keep pace with teams of this caliber. They've lost their last 2 to teams like Green Bay, Seattle, allowing 58 points total over those last 2. The Cardinals are coming off a big win in Los Angeles. The Cardinals have statistically the number 1 offense right now in the league. They have a defense that can hold teams to under 20 points. They are 3-1 against the spread with an average margin of victory by 13.8. We don't know what's going on. Are we getting Jimmy G? Are we getting Trey Lance? That being said, I am on the Cardinals to cover this 5.5 at home.
Okay. I'm just going to keep following you, and we're not going to cut any of this. This was my last pick of the show, and I didn't have much to say about it. So I think it's too many points. I think San Fran really, really needs the W. I think it's just a little too many points. I see Arizona winning by 2, 3, 4. So I'm jumping on San Fran really needing this win coming out of that divisional matchup.
Copy that. Fair enough. I mean, it is a lot of points.
Finally, we disagree on a game.
We do disagree on a game. Well then, good sir, I'll just keep us rolling. I'm going to another home favorite, and not by a lot. I was sure that the Chargers versus the Browns line would have been inflated after that big Monday night win, but it didn't really inflate a lot. The Chargers are giving 1.5 at home to the Browns. I am going to give that 1.5 to the Browns and jump on the Chargers. The Browns just squeaked by Minnesota by a touchdown in a very low scoring game. Again, to mention the Chargers coming off a big win on Monday night against the Raiders. We are looking at two very good defenses. That being said, I'm going to take the better quarterback, giving only 1.5 at home, basically a pick 'em. I'm going to go with the better quarterback. You're talking about Herbert. We're talking about 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and back to those defenses. Each team that has played the Chargers has scored the lowest amount of points they have this season. And we know the Browns defense it has held teams to under 14 in the past 2 weeks. I'm also going to go under the 47 points. So I'm not going to parlay them. They're going to be 2 separate bets. I'm going to take the Chargers at home minus the 1.5, which is basically a pick 'em. And I'm going to go under the 47.
It's gonna be a good game.
Big game.
It's gonna be a
big game.
Good for
3-1 teams. I think we're the totals. The total of the game is gonna be close. We're looking at a field goal.
Yeah, and then that Chargers defense looked like the real deal the other night. They just look so good in those uniforms.
You like those the Dan Fouts old school?
I like those, and I like Saturdays. How was your Saturday?
My Saturday was awesome. I played with you, my buddy Ted, in a scramble tournament at Shinnecock Golf Course, sponsored by who other?
The Par 4 restaurant, folks.
Par 4 restaurant, baby.
We talk about them all the time, and we actually got to go there this past weekend. No, we cannot get enough. So start off with this golf tournament. Started with sausage and peppers, a little bit of chili. It was a gorgeous day. I think it was 72 with a breeze. Beautiful. Then we head out there. There's beverage cart girls on the front 9 and on the back 9. Just
right.
Whatever you need, it's there. It was a
free
joyous occasion.
Free Miller Lights. What do you want? And then we get to go back for tacos.
Then we wrapped it up with a shitty round of golf, even though we enjoyed ourselves. Shitty. But then there's a whole taco spread that we're able to just devour.
It wasn't that shitty of a round. I was proud of our round.
We sucked. But check them out, folks. We keep telling you about them. The Par 4 restaurant, located there, Groton, Connecticut, right there on Plant Street on the Shinnecock Golf Course. The Par 4 restaurant. Great food, even better people.
Well, that brings me to my last bet. I'm going to Sunday Night Football, and I'm going over a big total of 56.5 points. The reason why I'm going over is because it's the Bills who have scored 118 points this season against the Chiefs, the reigning AFC championship. This is a rematch of the AFC championship game. It's in Arrowhead Stadium. It's on Sunday Night Football. The overs have hit 4 times out of 4, or in the last 4 times out of the 4 Sunday Night Football games that we've seen this year. I think 6-2 in prime time. The over is. I'm going over 56.5. I don't really need to say anything other than the Bills and the Chiefs. We have high flying offenses. We have primetime football. This is going to be a punch for punch game. 56.5 flying over.
Sounds like Paul's going over. I'm going to focus on that game as well. I'm going with Buffalo.
Chasing
with the points.
I like that.
Right? So you mentioned that Buffalo offense, right? Who has the better defense? Buffalo, okay?
Yeah.
Kansas City can't stop anybody. Kansas City don't have a pass rush, and with a mobile quarterback with Josh Allen back there, he can create, and one of those wide receivers are going to get open downfield. So with that being said, I was looking at that over. I really was. I feel like no matter how high you put it, there's still going to be 60-plus points. But I'm with Buffalo on this one. I like the points. Money line, maybe a money line.
Maybe money line. I like that over. I like seeing that number. I want that number to hit, even whether I bet on it or not. I'm just grinding my teeth. Let's go. Little remnants of Saturday night.
All right. And then I got two more. So,
Tumas.
yep.
You're a sick bastard. You don't like being 500 for your record. Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to gain some ground.
Let's go, baby. What are they?
All right, Thursday night football. Rams Seahawks. Seattle and the Rams are able to put up some points. We know the Rams have a high-powered offense. Russell Wilson can cook. He put up 28 last week against that San Francisco defense. He can get up there. And then this game is very important to both of these teams. Divisional game. It's early, competitive division. They are both out to win. I see this going over 54.5. That's Thursday night football. Rams Seahawks. The last and final pick of week 5.
What is it? It's going to be the Redskins getting 2. I know.
New England travels to Houston. Houston plus 10. Over under 39.5. Taking New England and the under. There we go.
Baby.
Check out Belichick's record against rookie quarterbacks. It's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo just shut them out.
Mm-hmm.
New England played pretty good ball against Tampa Bay. New England has a really good defense.
They absolutely did.
Houston's a mess. So I'm going with another close to shutout and going under 20-6.
I like that a lot.
27-10, right? Still hitting a total of 37, but not quite getting into 40. That's you need more than 5 touchdowns to hit that 39.5. So I'm very confident in the under, and I have a hunch that New England defense is just going to absolutely strangle that quarterback. So what does Belichick do? He gives you a look pre-snap. The quarterback thinks it's zone or it's man-to-man, and then right before the ball gets snapped, boom, they're in a different type of defense. Yeah. They're just going to mess with this guy. What is it, Mr. Mills? Sorry, Mr. Mills.
Mr. Mills.
We're coming right back for you.
My boy, Mr. Mills. Yeah, how could you not?
Here on the Ted and Paul Show, we do not advocate for any type of irresponsible gambling. Any picks or recommendations on this show are not binding by any means necessary.
Remember, if you win, blame us. If you lose, you got to blame yourselves. As always, peace and love.
Peace.
Tell me who wanna fuck with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, I bang. And let your fucking brains hang. Snitches, fuck all of them bitches with riches who carry 22s up in they hosiery.